hang out at a friend's house or have a friend hang out at your house, you know. So that can be the club. So all that is good. So anywho, I think I have hit on everything I wanted to hit on to get you guys started on your journey to managing your money consciously. And again, this is how I manage my money. And honestly, it was harder to explain than I thought. it's harder to explain than I thought. I do it all the time, so for me it's easy. But I hope I didn't confuse you guys. I hope that it made sense for you all. It's a lot of moving things to get started, but once you get started, it's very, 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 very simple. Very simple. All you're going to do is transfer every month this column to your next month. And I'll show you April, because April was a little bit longer than June. As you can see, I had a lot more going on back then. And I'm checking off. And then when I get ready to transfer to May, some of that stuff didn't come because I paid some of that stuff off in April. You see what I'm saying? I paid a credit card off. I got a light bill that, because we moved in March, I think it was. And we had an old light bill. So you saw 2 light bills on April. Paid one of those off, so only one moved over with us to May. So all that kind of stuff makes me feel good because I had all of these bills in April, and I have a shorter list in May. And in June, I'll probably have the same list. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be taking anything off of here, but I do have another credit card on here that I have, and I will continue to have, because credit cards boost your using credit cards and paying them boosts your credit score. So I learned that late in life. Yeah, the credit card is not all bad. You just have to know how to use it. Maybe I'll do a video about that as well. So I saw a video, this just to end this all. I saw a video with Candy Burris and her husband. And I saw another video with Candy Burris and another lady, I forget her name. But if you don't follow Candy Burris, she does something called Money Monday. It's something to do with Monday. So she's doing hers today too. But check out her last video that she did with the lady maybe 2 weeks ago. It was a great, she gave great insight on this kind of topic. And then she did another video with her husband, just talking about calling folks to see, can you get things deferred or waived during this coronavirus pandemic. And also, if you follow Impact Theory, Tom Bilyeu, he did a video on money management as well with one of his guru friends that I thought was very insightful as well. They're talking more about the what to do once you have these kind of things in place. So we need to get caught up, if we're not already there, on what it looks like, right? Because then you can know what you can do. You don't know what you're going to be able to do until you know what your money situation looks like. And a lot of us are afraid to look at it. Like, you already know that shit gonna look crazy, right? So you already know that. Cool. Take a breath. All right, that shit down, so you can see it with your own eyes, and so you can get it organized for yourself. I understand that it can be a very scary thing to do. I've been there and done that. But once you get done busting your face and paying all these late fees, that's what I call busting your face. Once you get done paying all these late fees for money that I remember one time I was crying on the phone. My baby was probably not even 1 yet. So it was an interesting time back then, because it was pretty much me and him against the world. And I think it may have been a credit card that I had that I no longer have anymore. But I called them. I got paid that Friday. They were due a day or two before, the past due amount. And so it was late, and they charged me. And I called them because I wasn't writing shit down. And I called to pay it, and they told me it was late, and it had a $30 late fee on it. And I tell you, I cried. I felt so overwhelmed that day. Cause like I'm trying to pay y'all off, and now y'all tagging on another late fee. How I ever pay y'all off and y'all keep doing? I was so mad at them. But if I had been writing my shit down, I would have known exactly when it was due. And I could have either called them ahead of time and be like, look, I don't get paid till this day. Can y'all help me out and, at least move my date for this month? Speaking of moving dates, thank you. This is the last thing I'm talking about. Speaking of moving dates, that's what got me on this next topic. So I was 2 days late and I had to pay a $30 late fee and I was pissed. So the other reason why you write this stuff down is so that you don't incur late fees. If you know you get paid on the 7th and you got a bill due on the 5th, you need to get to calling those people and doing 2 things for that month. Changing that date so that it reflects your current day, or having them waive that fee ahead of time, whatever the case may be. But here's the most important thing you need to be doing. Getting that due date changed, period. When you circle your paydays, if you know you get paid the 1st and 15th of every month, or you get paid bi-weekly of every other week, however people say it, bi-monthly, circle those dates for the entire year, for the rest of the year. And here's why. When you go in there to look at your months, if for example, say I didn't have the 5th circle, that's rent, right? Say I only had the 7th circle. So I know that if this is not circled, then I won't have any money until this day or the payday, but whatever that payday was in April. So I need to be saving money from April to pay rent, right? Or I just know I'm going to have a late fee. So I'm not surprised. I'm making these decisions ahead of time. We already know, I already said most of my bills get paid at the beginning of the month. So my last check, if I'm paying some bills, but it ain't that serious. So I may have to save money from that check to catch this rent, or go into my savings to catch this rent, or both, depending on what's going on. I can pay myself back here. Not a big deal. Whatever I got out of my savings, I can take it from the check on the 7th, put it back into my savings. That's the discipline part. You're going to borrow from yourself, you got to pay it back. Okay? But those things give you perspective. You're not walking around anxious about things that you don't have to be anxious about, because you can put a plan in place ahead of time. So that's the whole reason in writing these things down. I know we're in a digital world and we like our phones and all of that. And you can put it in your phone too. I'm old school. I like seeing my shit. I like paper and pen. I really do. I still like to read a good book opposed to reading on Kindle. I just like the pages. I need it in my life, but it don't have to be that way. If you can use this same method in a planner, on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, by all means do that. Because then, here's the good thing about electronics: they have alarms. Now that's the one thing I do love about electronics. So you can always set an alarm to let you know these things are due. There's so many different ways to do this thing. That's why I'm giving you my way. As I'm thinking it through, I'm thinking of even different ways that people can do it that I won't be doing, but it's just an idea. And so, if you don't do anything else that I've said, do this. Write down your bills, what you owe every month, and write down your paydays, child support, payday, Social Security, whatever. And get an idea of what you have coming in and what you have going out. So at least you know if you make enough money to sustain yourself or not. Because people walk around here like, oh my God, I don't have enough money, I don't know why. That was me one time. I don't know why. I had to put some gas in my car, let me call so-and-so and have them give me $20. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not the life you want to be living. I started praying a prayer or speaking into my life a long time ago that I want to be the lender, not the borrower. And that does not mean that I want to be lending out money per se. It just means I don't want to be borrowing. But if I had to be one or the other, let me be the lender. That's what that means. Let me be the lender, honey, because I don't want to be short every month and I'm having to call people or, borrow from myself or borrow from the bank or use my credit cards or whatever. Let me be the lender every time. I'd rather be in that position than to be in the other position. And so, slowly but surely, I've been getting these ideas of how to become the lender and not the borrower, because being the borrower means I ain't got enough money. Being lender means I got more than enough that I can give you some. I'd rather be in that position to say yes or no than for somebody to be telling me yes, yes or no. So, I hope that was good, because I promise you, that was harder than I thought it was going to be. A lot of moving components to get started. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just do it step by step by step. And if you just gotta write down the bills and circle the paydays initially and put it down, do that and come back later and add everything up. Don't let it intimidate you. I know bills sometimes can give people anxiety, depression, they get overwhelmed. And rightfully so, because you have it all up here and you can't see it. Once you can see the monster, it really ain't that bad, because then you can figure it out. When it's in the closet and it's dark and you just hear the noise, you don't know what it is, of course that's scary. Open that damn door, write this shit down so you can see what it is. And I promise you, it's never as bad as you thought it was going to be. I've sat down with so many people and done this same thing with them just so they can see it on paper. Even if they were short, it still wasn't as short as they thought, because they're only short because they had Chick-fil-A 5 times a week. They're only short because they over there, getting their nails done at the most expensive nail salon in town twice a month. You know what I mean? For me, even when I was making decent money, I was still going there and get a pedicure and didn't get a manicure. Because for me, I do my hands better than anybody as far as getting them how I like them. Now the polishing part, no. And I don't really have to have polish, because that's fine. I just want them to look nice. But them toes, I would go have somebody do those. I'll pay to have those done every 2 weeks. But my way of budgeting was, I won't get my nails done, I'll just get my feet done. So you just gotta kind of work with yourself to figure out what you need, what you can cut out, what you can't cut out. And I always remember this too. This is only temporary. Whatever you decide to do, say you decide not to get your hair done every week, but once a month, it's only temporary until you figure this thing out. Because after you get this all down and you figure out what your income is and your bills are, you can breathe, because now you know what's going on in your life. And then now you can think of ideas instead of holding on to what I owe. Right? That's in here now. None of that shit is in your head no more. It's on here, right? Now you can think about ways that you can actually bring money into your house. So now you're not, it's a switch. Now you're not thinking about what I gotta pay, because you already know. Now you're thinking about, well, what can I do so I can bring in an extra extra $200 a week or extra $200 a month? Because I still want to get my nails and my hair done. Let's just talk about it. Right? These are people who, they just can't see themselves not getting their hair and their nails done. That's actually a good thing, because now you can become motivated to, because this money you got coming in ain't going to get your hair and your nails done. You can see that once you write it down, for some people. So now you got to figure out, well, what can I do to make up enough money so that I can get my hair and my nails done? Okay, entrepreneur. Okay, business owner. You know what I mean? So now you can say, well, I can go and do this, or I can go do that. I can make masks, right? My friend, started making masks, and she sells them for $20. I love it. And it has the R, whatever that thing called, R49510, I don't know. It's in here. I'm not blowing. When I blow, ain't nothing getting blown out this mug. This thing here is secure. decor. And I love it. It's cute. And it fits my face perfectly. So, hey, you got to do what you got to do, right? And so those are the kind of things you start thinking about. You get creative when you know that you have everything out of your head and onto some paper. Because now you can breathe. You don't feel as overwhelmed. And you can figure out, okay, what? Because in your mind, everything seems so big. It's like, oh my God, I don't never have enough money. You go through that whole script, right? But you don't know, you never have an amount that you don't have enough of. You never know exactly what that number is. But when you sit down and you say, oh, it's just $50. So what am I going to do the rest of my money? I'm only short $50, but every time I turn around, my lights getting cut off. Or every time I turn around, I'm having to ask for an extension on my car payment. That ain't $50. That's some poor money management. So then you can say, okay, well, I'm only short $50, but what else am I doing with my money? That's where the 7 days come in at, right? And if you need to do longer than 7 days, do it. It's all for you. You do what you got to do for yourself. Anywho, I'm going to check back in with you guys on next Monday, see how you're doing, and hopefully